like to ask the representatives of the Iranian youth to take to the podium and share with us the views of second-generation Iranians.
My name is Mariam Mirzai, and I am a senior at the University of Georgia, currently working towards my bachelor's in business administration. I would like to open up a discussion with a few of my fellow youth members on important issues of women in Iran today. At first, I would like to have everyone introduce themselves, starting with Sadaf.
Hi, my name is Sadaf Mirzai. I attend Georgia State University, and I am working towards my undergrad in international business and finance as a co-major.
Hi, my name is Donia. I'm 20 years old, and I attend Shenandoah University in Virginia, and I'm a political science student.
Hi, my name is Sepida. I currently attend Georgia State University, and I am studying towards a biology. Thank you.
My name is Delram Ahmadi. I am 22 years old. I just graduated from the University of California, Riverside with a bachelor's in political science and Middle Eastern studies.
It is my privilege to introduce the Honorable Tom Ridge, America's first Homeland Security Secretary, former Pennsylvania governor, and a great friend of the Iranian resistance and our loved ones at Camp Liberty. Please give a warm welcome, everyone, to Secretary Tom Ridge.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you. Children, thank you. Good morning, all. It is an honor and a privilege to be with you this morning, and I want to thank you for your invitation. Several journalists have asked me why I'm here today, and I will give you a much longer answer than I gave them because they often speak in sound bites. Why am I here today? And I believe it's why you are here today. There are many, many reasons. First of which is that many years ago, the United Nations and the United States of America made very specific promises to the people at Ashraf then and Liberty Now that they would provide for their safety and security. They promised in writing, and year after year they violated their promises in violation of the United Nations Charter, in violation of the values that the United States represents and stands for. I am here to stand with the MEK to see that the United Nations and the United States make good on their promises to the people at Liberty and Ashraf.
Pura Khademi, who will be playing some of the most memorable songs from the revolution and some improvisational. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we next ask the Honorable Bill Richardson, former United Nations ambassador, presidential candidate, energy secretary, and New Mexico governor to come to the podium. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you. Are we for democracy in Iran? Are we for this regime? We are here to talk about three words that the Iranian regime doesn't understand, and that is human rights and democracy. They don't understand those three words. We are here to send a message. It's great to have so many young people here, the future, right? It's great to have a democratic movement, an alternative for Iran, right? And it's you here at this rally, members of the clergy, scholars, students, activists, men, women, Iranian Americans, Iranians, people from all across the world, here at the United Nations to send a message that Iran needs to change. It needs to change. And we're going to focus in my brief talk on two issues: human rights and Iran's support for international terrorism.
And now we have one of the greatest lawyers of all time and a renowned human rights activist, Professor Alan Dershowitz. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I have spoken many, many times in this plaza. I've spoken on behalf of the oppressed of the former Soviet Union. I've spoken on behalf of human rights in China. I've spoken on behalf of human rights all over the world. And today it is my great honor to speak out on behalf of human rights for the wonderful people of Iran who are now oppressed by the terrible leaders of Iran.
I'm going to read a letter from Chairman Ed Royce. It was written today on September 28th for the President of the United States. Dear Mr. President, I'm writing to urge you to sanction senior Iranian officials for serious human rights abuses against the people of Iran. Mr. President, these significant ongoing human rights abuses have all taken place during the Rouhani administration. But this is not new. Human rights abuse has been a constant policy of the Iranian regime since it took control. This long-standing brutality has been carried out by some officials who still hold power today. For example, Iran's current justice minister is widely accused of playing a key role in the continuing suppression of dissidents today, as well as the mass executions of the late 1980s. US law is clear. If an Iranian government official is responsible is responsible for ordering, controlling, or otherwise directing the commission of serious human rights abuses against citizens of Iran, they should be sanctioned, their assets blocked, their bank accounts frozen, and travel to the US prohibited. I urge you to make the decisions necessary to apply these sanctions. As one witness recently reminded the House Foreign Affairs Committee when talking about Iran, one may be referring either to its government or to its people, but one may not be referring to both because they are not on the same side. Designating and sanctioning Iranian officials, including senior members of the Rouhani administration, for their role in human rights abuses will remind the people of Iran that the American people are on their side, not on the side of the brutal Iranian regime. Sincerely yours, Edward R. Royce. Thank you.
I am honored to ask Mr. Hassan and the Syrian delegation in New York to come to the podium. all of us here and everywhere support the brave and courageous brothers and sisters in Syria, especially those refugees who have continued to resist in the face of enormous adversity and Western countries' shameful silence vis-a-vis the crimes committed by the Assad regime. Please give them a warm salam alaikum to our brothers and sisters from Syria.
Free Iran! Free Syria! Free Iran!
Dear brothers and sisters, on behalf of the Syrian revolution, I will thank our brother and the opponents, Iranian opponents, for great support and to be in one hand, shoulder to shoulder, hand to hand, to claim our victory.
It is now my pleasure to invite the delegation of faith community leaders to join us. We are proud to have enjoyed their continued support and solidarity in this long, arduous fight for justice. Reverend Marcus Miranda, President of the New York State Chaplain Task Force. Pastor Robert Gahargi, Epiphany Lutheran Church from Brooklyn, New York. Reverend Dr. Edward Young, New Beginnings Missionary Baptist Church from Alexandria. Let's give him a warm applause. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you all. I'm here on behalf of the 1,200 plus interfaith members of the New York State Chaplain Task Force. And I've come here today to let you know that the Iranian people are not alone, that we have not forgotten them, and nor will we ever forget them.
I am saying to you today that I am proud to stand here with you and the Iranian people and the Iranian resistance, because what you have done is to enkindle in all of us that sense of what it means to have a passion for justice and a heart of compassion for the Iranian people.
I now have the pleasure of inviting Professor Kazem Khazarunian, Dean of Engineering of the University of Connecticut, to speak to us on behalf of the Iranian American scholars, scientists, and professionals. Give them a warm welcome.
It has been 35 years. 35 years that we have echoed of the cry of the Iranian people in front of the UN. We have been consistent. We ask again that the United Nations and the world listen to us. Executions in Iran must stop. Iranians want freedom in Iran and peace in the region. Mullahs do not represent the Iranian people and should be kicked out of UN.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a great solo performance by the beloved Helena, who will sing for us. Let's give her a warm round of applause.
We stand in the wind, in the cold, through the rain. We walk through the storm as it rages away. In the dark of the night, our faith lights the way. While in our hearts, all is one, we say we're standing till the end. We're standing till the end. Thank you so much.